Hello, and I am back with a brand new Thomas Wooden Railway layout. Sorry if there's been a bit of a gap in between uploading videos. I haven't had too much time lately. And changes are coming very soon. One of the big changes is I will probably make an update video separately from this, probably after Wednesday. If you're wondering what's so special about Wednesday, I'm gonna sound kind of different after Wednesday because Wednesday I have to get my braces and it's gonna be a bit weird. So, apart from that, a little bit later, and sorry if I'm sniffling a bit, my allergies are acting up a little bit. Nothing big though. And then in August, the beginning of August, I may not be doing some videos for a little bit. Not for just for a couple days. So it won't be anything different than a week gap maybe. Who knows? I'll just talk about it in the update video I do after Wednesday. Anyways, let's just get into this layout. Where we are here just looks a bit odd. I put this in, this was the last little thing I did. This is kind of like the quarry because I don't have any of the other quarry pieces because I put them all somewhere else. All except that one crossing track with the gates. And also I want to apologize for any background noise. And to save some time in videos, I'm just going to go ahead and apologize for any future background noise. So if anything were to happen in the background, I will definitely apologize for that. If something big happens, but if it's something small, just like a thud or my dog barking, just to know I do apologize for that. Anyways, into the layout. Enough of me getting sidetracked. Let's just start here at the docks. So coming from the little quarry area, you have a switch to Toby's windmill, and we come into this kind of I don't know what to call this shape. It's a different design. Here we actually have a season 17 reference. Kevin's Cranky Friend. That's a really neat episode. I like it. A friendship between the two. Salty Porter special attraction reference, because we have to do that. We also have right here, I don't have a lot of search and rescue members, but this is a reference to, I think, season 19 to season 20 episode, Rocky Rescue. That's also a really good episode. So let's go into here. Instead of telling you about the thing about the layout, I'm just going to show you the layout. First, let's do one main thing real quick. We're going to go up this track right here to Gordon's Hill where Ryan is. That wraps down to where Barry is with some empty cars. Wraps around to the red bridges and back down to the reference. And that's the last of the standard gauge. Because there's dual gauge. Yes, this is a dual gauge layout. And most parts are narrow gauge. So I think I've done actually a pretty good job of recreating what could be probably the Blue Mountain Quarry. So here's kind of the main area, the turntable where they can all meet. And over there's the sheds, if you can see it. The incline's right there. Sorry if it's a bit odd me pointing with my finger. Looking through the camera, I'm looking through the camera a lot, so I don't see normally. So if I'm pointing here, it looks like I'm pointing somewhere completely different. It looks like my hand's lower than it actually is, so... Oh, let me fix this real quick. Okay. Let's just go down this switch since it's the only switch we can take right now. Actually, no it's not, but I'll get to the next switch in a minute. We get to Gator. We only have one narrow gauge engine at this turntable. We have Gator. And real quick, sorry if I'm talking fast, but I want to stress something real quick. All these sidings up to a certain point are dual gauge. So this track from here up to there, dual gauge. I also just knocked Luke into the tunnel. From here to the top of the hill, dual gauge. This entire line right here is dual gauge. Dual gauge until the tunnel, dual gauge until right here, if you don't want accidents. And this until here, this is the last section of track, is dual gauge. Then we get into narrow gauge only. So let's head into this narrow gauge section right here. So this track goes on. Here's the Boulders Mountain thing. I also have received a couple new items. Really cool story to them, which I will get to once I'm gonna get to them. So we go up. We come here to Smudger, and that goes up to the thing where the boulder sits in the set. I'm gonna sit down here in this little open space I have and just zoom in this part. So it wraps where Ryan is behind the narrow gauge sheds. It wraps around, goes up down the rock curve thing. That turned out really cool, I think. Down to that T-switch, and that leads into the sheds. So Thomas is there. We actually have two Thomases on the layouts. And how did Thomas get there? Since that's narrow gauge, I will show in a minute. And then Duke has a sighting. There's a work shed with some lines heading down to Duncan, who's had an accident. No surprise. Two lines right here that just wrap back into each other right there. You go around this big corner. Sorry, can't speak too much today. We go into the Echo Tunnel, around the corner to a V-switch and the incline. Okay. Also, real quick, we go up right here to the Bay Bridge, then to the clock tower, around, down, up this kind of bridge. Is kind of like the exit, if you know what I mean. How the big bridge above when you exit the Blue Mountain Quarries, a standard gauge engine. I kind of tried to do that. So it comes up and then right back down. Goes around and goes right back into that track right there. Now let's do Rusty's line. Let me make sure I haven't actually missed any characters. Okay, Bertram is on the incline. Say that real quick. Luke's in the tunnel. I also can't find my Fearless Freddy. I've got no idea where he is, so he's not on this layout. Frank's on here somewhere. Oh, right, I put Frank in the shed. Let me pull him out real quick. Here he is. I'll just derail him. Okay. Let's check that dual gauge line I was talking about. So that goes along around to the trees on the track, to two switches. Ooh, I just hit something. This just wraps into a siding, and then this is a little loop line with some logs in here. These logs that go to the log cars that Barry's pulling. And here's Scarlet with a passenger train. Now under Rusty's line, it goes up that hill, around this squiggly track, kind of, down, around, through this cross track that goes over the narrow and standard gauge, where Barry is, down this line, under the mountain tunnel, around, and right back in. This track right here is the track that gets Thomas to the sheds. So this entire track up until this corner right here is dual gauge. Goes along, under the incline, under the Bay Bridge, straight into here. All of that, the siding, the switch, and the turntable is dual gauge. It's a bit hard to explain, but I think it worked out pretty good. So I'm gonna just make sure I haven't missed any. Oh, I have missed an engine. I missed Duncan. Let me get him out real quick from under the mountain top. That's not Duncan, is it? He's one of the new items I just got the other day. Along with a really cool switch, actually, which I'll show off right now in this open area I have. So, oh, sorry. Nearly tripped over my own self. Anyways, what I got first was this switch. I've had one of these switches, but it's been broken for as long as I can remember. It's like an accent switch, but you actually push this. I have one of those male connectors here, a female connector here, and a male one there. And so it's a different kind of switch, and it's a really cool switch. The other item that I have received is a Rheneas's new coat of paints. It was the only Rheneas I saw there, so I decided, he's a Rheneas, why not get him? So now I'm going to run away Rheneas. I actually like the face on this one. Some may disagree, but it isn't terrible. The only thing I don't kind of agree with is the yellow coloring. But, I mean, he still looks pretty good in it. I might get confused with Duncan. Now to the story with these that I mentioned. So, it was Saturday yesterday. And I had to go get, well, the shop for, you know, because I don't think YouTube would be too happy if I said what it was for. But you should know current events. I'll say that much, current events. And just near where I live, about a mile, not even that far probably, is a little consignment shop that we always go to. Gone there since I was a kid, and they've always had, like, Thomas stuff there. And I walked in just afterwards and found that they were sorting through a big box of Thomas stuff that had just come in. It's not a big building at all, but so one of the guys that happened to work there, he's really nice, and he was fiddling through trying to find out how everything worked, and I spent the entire time telling him how everything worked, and I think it's kind of like a consultancy fee. I got these 2 items. At first, it was actually 2 switches. I saw the Rheneas and asked if I could swap that out. He gladly agreed, and now I own a Rheneas. So for some nice, like, voluntary work I'm actually happy with, I got a free Rheneas, so that's nice. And also, coming up soon, I'll be getting a Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle. As yesterday, I saw them on Mercari, that's actually where I got my dumping depot from, for a really good price, and decided, you know what, let's do it. I think it was like, without shipping, I think it was like 14 bucks, which really isn't bad, especially because they're so old that they don't actually have anything on the bottom of them. It's completely blank. Kind of wish I got them with like staples, flat magnets, and stuff, but I can't. I saw them on there, but it didn't come. This one, they're old, so, and I'm starting to collect more and more stuff. Fun fact, the oldest Thomas thing I own isn't actually a wooden railway item. So, turns out, out at my grandparents, I actually had a, well, it wasn't mine, but it's just been there for a while. It's a Thomas dinner map. And the year on it is 1992, making that the oldest Thomas item I own. And I love it. So, apart from me rambling, that's literally the entire layout. It's not like some of my other layouts I've built. It's got quite the amount of open space in it. And a lot of space. Certain things I might want to improve on is the docks. Maybe I had to drop off into the sea, but I've completely ran out of buffers, which is right here. I use the top of the foundations over there, because I ran out of buffers doing them all there. I just completely ran out, like, in the incline. Let me count them real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm missing one. Try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm missing a buffer. I can't find it. I can't find the buffer. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Oh well. It's probably just somewhere. And then the 2, and I use both my ramps, so even then that wouldn't work. Speaking of it, one ramp is there and the other ramp is there. How is Duncan on a ramp track? It's because it isn't a ramp track. This is probably the last thing I'll talk about, as this video is getting a bit long. This is just part of an old flex track I had that's long since been broken. So I just plopped it into place, and I can grab Duncan. Get him in a scoot angle, kind of. Also, I think I'm going to do something. So this is actually heavily inspired, or well, kind of completely taken, but I will give credits. I think I'm going to do a small kind of layout, but I'm actually going to show me building it, and it'll be a live stream. And by the way, credit to Turbo711. I definitely suggest giving him a subscribe, because he just completely decided he did this today and even yesterday. Showed up for both the streams. It was amazing. And he did something where he built a layout. He built the James Goes Buzz Buzz set yesterday, and then took viewer suggestions to expand upon it. Like, some of the things I suggested was, like, Percy and Bulstrode, like a special attraction reference, adding a tunnel in, along with just a bunch of characters. I suggest giving it a, look. So I think I might do a stream like that. So, the stream, when it'll take place, I think, you know what? This Friday. I think this Friday seems just about a good time. Thursday, I'll do the update video. There goes my stiffling again. Thursday, I'll do the update video with braces. Yay! And Friday will be the stream. So, when do I want to start the stream? I think I want to start the stream at about 2 o'clock. Yeah, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on this coming Friday. I think I'll do a track building live stream. And so this has been the end of this video. This has been Thomas the Train with a layout video, and goodbye.